In this video, we'll train TJBot to understand natural language and shine the LED the color red. In the Node Red editor, drag and inject node from the palette onto the canvas. Set the payload to the string value, turn light red. Drag a converse node from the palette onto the canvas. Double-click on the node to configure it. The converse node uses a Watson conversation service. We need to get these credentials from IBM Bluemix before we can use it. Click on the icon next to the conversation heading. I'm already signed in to my IBM Bluemix account. Create your IBM Bluemix account at bluemix.net. Click Create. Click on the green button labeled Launch Tool. A sample workspace has been created to show an example of a cognitive car dashboard. However, we'll create a new workspace for the TJBot to use. In the box with dashed border, click on the Create button. Workspaces enable you to maintain separate intents, user examples, entities, and dialogues for each use or application. Give the new workspace a name, TJBot. Click Create. The Conversation tool has three tabs: Intents, Entities, and Dialogue. An intent is a goal or purpose of the user's input. You can list several ways that the question or statement might be entered to help your bot recognize the intent. Create a new intent, shine_light. Give examples of changing the LED. Turn light red, change light blue, change color to red, change light color to green, shine light yellow. Click on the Entities tab. An entity is a portion of the user's input that you can use to provide a different response to a particular intent. Create an entity with a set of values that can be used to trigger different responses. Create a new entity, color. Give examples of colors: red, yellow, blue, green, pink, purple, magenta. Click on the Dialog tab. A dialog uses intents, entities, and context from your application to return a response to each user's input. Create a dialog branch for each intent that you define. In each node or box, enter a condition based on the input, such as the name of an intent. Then enter the response that your bot should make when that condition is true. Click Create. In the node labeled Welcome, click on the menu and select Add Node below. To match the intent shine_light, enter a condition, #shine_light. Click on Add Response Condition. To match the color entity, enter a condition @color. Enter the response, OK, I've turned the light color. If the shine light intent and the color entity is matched, this response will be returned with the color injected into the message. Add another response. Enter a condition true. This will match any other scenario where a color isn't recognized. Enter the response, I don't recognize that color. Please try a color like red, yellow, blue, green, pink, purple, or magenta. This gives the user examples that the TJBot understands. Click on the Ask Watson icon in the top right corner. This panel is for testing user input and checking that intents and entities are matched correctly. Test the phrase, turn light red. Notice Watson recognizes the intent shine_light and the entity color with the value red. The response includes color mentioned. Test the phrase, turn light aqua. Watson recognizes the intent shine_light. However, because the color aqua hasn't been trained, the service returns a response to try another color. That's all the training will do in the conversation service. Click on Deploy in the menu on the left. Click on the tab labeled Credentials. Copy the username, password, and workspace ID into the fields back in the Node-RED editor. Drag a switch node from the palette onto the canvas. Double-click on the node to configure it. Give the node a name, has an intent. Test the property message.response.object.intents.length. Add two scenarios, greater than 0 and otherwise. Select stopping after first match from the drop-down menu. Drag another switch node from the palette onto the canvas. Give the node a name, has shine intent. Test the property message.response.object.intents.index0.intent. Add two tests, equal shine_light and otherwise. Select stopping after first match from the drop-down menu. Drag another switch node from the palette onto the canvas. Give the node a name, has an entity. Test the property message.response.object.entities.length. Add two tests, greater than 0 and otherwise. Select stopping after first match from the drop-down menu. Drag one more switch node from the palette onto the canvas. Give the node a name, has color entity. Test the property message.response.object.entities.index0.entity. Add two tests, equal color and otherwise. Select stopping after first match from the drop-down menu. Drag a change node from the palette onto the canvas. Give the node a name, set color. Set message.color to message.response.object.entities.index0.entity. Drag a shine node from the palette onto the canvas. Enable the LED by ticking the checkbox next to the LED option. Set the mode to shine. Set the color to the option Set Message.Color. Drag a debug node from the palette onto the canvas. Set the output to message.response.object.output.text index 0. Connect the nodes together as shown. Click on the Deploy button in the top right corner of the Node-RED editor. Run the flow by clicking on the tab on the left side of the inject node. TJBot shines the LED the color red and displays a response from the Watson conversation service in the debug window. Let's try another example. Drag an inject node from the palette onto the canvas. Set the payload to the string value of turn light aqua. Connect the inject node to the converse node. Click on the Deploy button in the top right corner of the Node-RED editor. Run the flow by clicking on the tab on the left side of the inject node. This time, TJBot responds that the color isn't recognized and provides example colors that the user can try.